Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I have been wanting to film this video for such a long time. I think that it is just appropriate right now just because the topic of psychopaths, sociopaths, and narcissists and empaths has been around me lately. I think, you know what? I'm gonna have to make a video about this now because I tweeted a few days ago about Tate from American Horror Story coming back and stuff, and it went a little bit viral. Like 1,000 people liked my tweet. It had some controversy because some people they wanted Tate to come back, and then the other half were like, no, he's a terrible person, he did terrible things, why would you want him back? And they hate the fact that we are romanticizing Tate. I completely understand where they're coming from because you shouldn't romanticize a person like that. But it is very interesting to me to learn more about psychopaths, sociopaths, and narcissists because we do live in a world where, thanks to Shane Dawson also, I know that 1 out of 25 people can be psychopaths, sociopaths, or narcissists. Surprise! And also because of Shane Dawson, you know, watching his new series about Jake Paul, a lot of psychopath, sociopath, and narcissists talking around me, and I just want to do this video for once and for all. Hopefully it'll help some of you guys, and I'm just gonna jump right in. I just want to do a disclaimer real quick though. I am not a professional or a therapist. These symptoms that I'm noticing, like, it's not 100% accurate. It's just stuff that like I've been reading, and to my knowledge, I think. So I'm not 100% sure. Just wanted to throw that out there. And according to some stuff on the internet, I think I am an empath. Now, I'm gonna pull up my paper. What it means is we are highly sensitive individuals who have a keen ability to sense what people around them are thinking or feeling, experience a great deal of empathy, and we take others' pain at their own expense. This is something I believe to have because I have been around people. I've had friends in the past that I believe were narcissists and romantically involved with, I believe, 2 either psychopaths, sociopaths, or narcissists. I really don't know what category they fall into because they have a little bit of a few like symptoms from, like, you know, the words, and I'm not a professional, so I can't really be like, you're a psychopath or you're a sociopath. So this is just something that I think and from my knowledge, but I know that they qualify as one of those things for sure. To my knowledge, a psychopath is aggressive, perverted, a criminal, and unstable. I believe that they were born that way. Now, a sociopath is someone extreme antisocial. They have an attitude and a lack of remorse, and whatever they do, like, they're super confident that they'll never get in trouble. That's where I don't know how to separate the two, because one of my relationships, I feel like he has both of my relationships in the past, I feel like they have no remorse of the things that they do, and it's quite scary. And as an empath that I think I am, I could be wrong. I chose to see the good in them and I tried to change them. I don't know why. I don't know how they latched onto me so permanently for so long. We'll get to that in just a second. I'm jumping ahead. That's what a psychopath and a sociopath is. And then a narcissist is very vain, manipulative, and easily angered. Again, one of my past relationships, he was easily angered, and he could be vain and manipulative. Am I saying the word right? Manipulative. He manipulated me. And I mean, I'm laughing about it now, but in the moment, it is not fun because for me, I didn't know I was being manipulated. As an empath, you attract a lot of these bad people because they see you, they feel your energy, and they think you're weak, and they just want to like absorb all of your good energy to make them feel good because, well, I don't know if they can't feel emotions, you know, they have masked on top of masks, and it's the scariest thing in the world, really, because you don't know who is being real and who isn't. Now, I lately have been trying my best to train my mind and see who is being real and who is being fake. The people that I feel the energy whenever I meet them, I try to get a feel and see if they're being good or not. If they're not being good, then I will just step away and not talk to that person and just keep my distance. Yet, it is really hard because a lot of people know how to manipulate, and they just... it's a scary world. I have been into relationships with one of these three. One of them was more intense than the other one. Now, one of them, I was highly manipulated, and it was just intense to the point where I didn't know what was real and what wasn't. My actions weren't mine. The things that happened during, I know that now I wouldn't be okay with that. And it was just, it's intense. It really is. There's nothing else, there's no other word to describe it. It was intense. It was unreal in the worst way possible. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody at all. And the worst part was I didn't know I was going through that until the worst things had to happen to me by that person. You know, like, making this video will help people like see, you know, if you're stuck in an abusive relationship, or you're in a relationship with a narcissist or psychopath or sociopath, or you have friends that are, you know, one of these three, that you can walk away. You have to really think of the symptoms and feel it in your gut, because I felt like I knew during the relationship that something was wrong, but I wasn't fully aware of it because they were so good at manipulating. Once you know that you are associated with one of those people, you have to train your mind to get away from them. I had a bunch of help from my friends. I found help on the internet on how to get away from these people, and it is possible. Now, if you think your life is in danger, you have to call someone, or, you know, professional. Like, you can't just do it on your own. What I like to do was I listened to a bunch of music, I went on walks, I wrote a lot, and you just really have to better your mind. For an empath, I believe I saw somewhere that whenever you know that the person is using manipulation, or you know, when you feel they're being a psychopath, sociopath, or narcissist, when you can finally see that and feel that, you have no emotions towards that person because you know that it is fake, that they're putting on a mask. And that happened to me the last few weeks leading up to the breakup, where I finally could walk away. And that happened with both of my relationships, where I literally saw who they were. Thank goodness. Thank the Lord. And I could flip the switch and I walked away. I don't know if it's as easy for other people, but I mean, it wasn't easy for me. It took me a few weeks and months to actually go through with it completely. But now I am in such a better place. I treated my mental abuse because I feel like my mind was abused. I read a lot and I watched a lot of videos trying to get a lot of information on these types of people. And I like to detect the symptoms in people that I meet. I mean, that sounds pretty messed up, I think, but this is a messed up world and you have to know who to trust. I know I can be easily manipulated, can be easily fed off of, because I think that I produce a lot of good energy. I know I'm not a psychopath or a sociopath or a narcissist because I cry all the time. Whenever I do something wrong, I'm not a perfect person. Oh heck no. I do a lot of mistakes too, but whenever I do something wrong, I know that it was wrong and I cry about it and I ask for forgiveness, and that's emotion. I feel it 100 times. I feel it a lot. My emotions are I feel everything so deeply. All in all, I want you guys, my friends, that you have to be careful and it's scary to think that there's people like that, but there is, and you cannot let them take your light away, because mine was almost ripped away from me and I was turning into a person I didn't even know, and it was the scariest thing I think that I've ever experienced in my life. Now I personally take relationships very, very slow. This past guy, I was just talking to him and it lasted for about 3 months. We never held hands, we never kissed. Like, that's how much of an impact my mental abuse took on me with these past 2 relationships that I had. Whenever we were on our 6th date and we just kept talking, something felt off, and I thought, you know what, he's not the guy for me, this isn't what I want, and this isn't okay. I just started seeing a few things, started to see cracks in his mask, and I told him that I couldn't talk to him anymore, and he was okay with it. But on Facebook he went a little bit off the rails, so I just decided to unfollow him, stay away from those kind of people. But the fact that I can now detect who is being real and who isn't, honestly, I'm so happy for that. But I'm making this video because I want you guys to really focus on, you know, are you being manipulated? Like, is he getting angry all of a sudden? Is he, you know, do you see like emotion behind his eyes when he's looking at you or your friends? Like, you know, are they unstable or do they do bad things? And, you know, do they show remorse and stuff like that? I want you to stay alerted because it is a real thing and people don't really like to talk about it because I mean, why would, you know, sociopaths and psychopaths and narcissists want you to talk about this topic? It's also one of the reasons why it's really hard for me to make YouTube videos, because I'm scared that people will think that I'm being narcissistic or, you know, psychopaths or sociopaths, because a lot of YouTubers I've heard, okay, seen on videos, that they are that way, and I want this to be a place where it's only positive and good vibes and not being manipulated. Like, God, I don't want you guys to go through what I went through. Don't be scared of like making friends or like, you know, just hanging out. Like, live your life, but still, you know, just make sure you're not being manipulated or lied to and stuff like that, okay? And know when to walk away, honestly. Now, if you need someone to talk to, you can always contact me on any of the links down below. If you're going through something more traumatic, please get some help. Call someone. There's a lot of apps and numbers that you can just literally Google and talk to someone. I remember I got help online and talked about how scared I was, and they were there for me and they helped me. I've never told anybody this, but it's true. So just go online, find some help, find someone to talk to. Just live a happy and sociopath, narcissist, psychopath-free world as best as you can. Also, I want to add this really quickly. I do have a Instagram page for poems. I write poems if you want to go read what goes on in my mind. And also, I am writing a book. It's a fan fiction, of course. Like, when will I ever grow up? And I think it's a really funny fan fiction. You know, it's a cool fan fiction, I think, and it's just something that I've wanted to do. So if you guys want to go read it on your spare time, vote, comment, follow me. It's on Wattpad, and I'll leave the link down below as well. I hope you guys stick around, subscribe, put the bell thingy so you guys are notified whenever I post a video, because, like, you know, I do it for you guys. I will see you guys next time. Right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.